I have done a Spider-Man animation using stick figures in 10 seconds, 1 minute, 10 minutes, and 1 hour. Let's make some spider webs. Going into this, I already knew I wouldn't be able to make more than one frame, and my Spiderman wasn't going to look that good.
What did he say?
I'm not sure he's going to be fighting much crime. Maybe he could be hired for birthday parties instead. For our 1-minute animation, I wanted to try create a dash sequence. Spiderman would start running, then would dash to the end of the screen. On my last video, I was given a tip to use smear frames by a fan, so I decided to add squiggles to simulate the dash. I'm not sure if what I did was actually a smear frame, but at least I tried to do something different. I wouldn't want this Spiderman to be in charge of saving my city. Let me know in the comments if you would. The idea behind our 10-minute animation was to have our Spiderman do a web swing across a billboard. I used brush size 2 to create the webs and began drawing them frame by frame in a circular motion, almost as if the web was going to do a 360. Once the web reached its peak, Spiderman would do a flip. I started off with the body, mapping out where Spiderman would travel with the web. I knew I wouldn't have enough time to make a fully detailed suit, so I just used red and blue to show the different colors of Spiderman. I then added the arms and head of Spiderman. The background is a cartoon-style image I got using the help of multiple AI softwares. I wanted to spend more time creating animations than actually drawing my backgrounds, as that's what caused me to run out of time in my last video. I then used Paint 3D to edit the background and add extra details like the text. The images took multiple days to get as the AI wasn't very cooperative and kept doing things wrong. And I kept running out of my daily generation credits. In total, I spent about 5 hours on these 2 images. Honestly, it would have been easier to draw a background. With just 40 seconds left and only one pose of the flip complete, I rushed to get the second pose done and make it look like he at least tried to do a flip. I then added some lines to show the speed of Spiderman for the last 6 seconds, as I wasn't going to get a third pose done. Definitely a more professional Spiderman than the last one we made. But he couldn't complete a full flip, and there appears to be no footage of him landing. I think his life may have mysteriously dwindled when trying to land. For our 1-hour animation, I wanted to create a full animation incorporating our previous ideas of using spider webs, doing jumps, and parkour. I also wanted to include a punch and impact frame segment. I started by creating a basic run cycle with Spiderman, using red and blue for the body, just like our previous animation. I then continued it until he reached the edge of the roof. With the cycle now complete, it was time for Spiderman to do a flip. He would begin launching himself into the flip, and would land and roll on the next scene I had. As Spiderman has reached the end of the screen, it was time to show him entering the next frame by continuing the flip motion, but over on the left side of the screen on our new background. thought I would do the impact frame and web scene at the same time. The idea was for Spiderman to retract his arm and do a powerful web shot at an enemy. Then he would drag the enemy to him and do a knockout kick. The yellow guy on screen was going to be a cop. I spent a few moments recreating the same run cycle Spiderman had, but for our policeman. Now I was going to show the cop acting confused as he heard someone land hard behind him. For our webs, I wanted to show the full power of them. Unlike my 10-minute animation, a singular web wasn't going to cut it. I started by creating a basic curvy web, as no web is going to shoot in a straight line. I then branched mini webs off of our main web as it got closer to our target. Once our web had reached the target and wrapped around it, it was time to pull. I decided to close the web and move the webs closer together to show it locking around the enemy and being tight. We didn't want any loose webs when trying to hook an enemy in. I then spent the next 3 minutes moving the enemy towards Spiderman and retracting our webs as Spiderman pulled him in. With him now pulled in, it was time for Spiderman to do his powerful spin kick. I made the screen black and used white for Spiderman to show a clear outline of him and white and red for the enemy. The red indicates the part Spiderman kicked and can simulate blood or pain. I made the impact frame about 3 to 5 frames long so viewers can get a good look at the impact without it being gone in the blink of an eye. I then finished the animation with our enemy going flying into the brick wall. He would then fall to the floor. I added another impact frame when he hit the wall, which you will see in the end result. I also added a police hat and baton for our cop. As our cop got hit hard and went flying, I made sure to animate the hat and baton falling off his body into the abyss too. I spent the last 4 minutes adding blood as our cop hit the wall hard and banged his head. Remember to like the video if you guys want me to create a cool 5-hour Spiderman animation. This time I will add camera angles, have the enemy boss attack, and show particle effects like dust and explosions.
Huh?
The web fail kinda made the whole animation lackluster, but I think the sound effects we added really make up for it.
Huh?
Now that we have all 4 of our animations complete, let's look at the results one by one. Make sure to comment your favorite.
Huh? Huh?